My power bill in January was $843.14. In February, $795. March, $725. And like 500, 300, 400. It's never been under 300 all year long. I have a 12 to 1500 square foot house. I heat with firewood. Why is my power bill so friggin' high? What a great question. I'm glad you came along and asked. So, welcome to the East Coast Sun Challenge, where I reached out and I asked somebody with a big power bill to invite me to their home and bring an energy monitor. If you've been following along, there's a couple videos. This will be video number 3. First video, I was on the hunt for somebody. Second video, I discovered Billy and Sue. That's not their real names, but that's what we're going to use for this video. So watch this. It's something that you can do. It doesn't cost much. It's knowledge. I want everybody to know about it.
Okay, we made it to Billy and Sue's place, and we've got the energy monitor. This is a big one. It's 16 circuits we can monitor with this, and it's going to go right on their cell phone, and they're going to be able to see where their money is going. Okay, we're in the electrical panel, and there's a few electrical panels in this house. But there's a few outbuildings too. But it all comes in through these mains right here. That goes right out to your meter. So those things we're going to clamp. And they better agree with the meter. If they don't, MB Power's getting a phone call. So this thing here, what it does is it's got an antenna on it, and it's got Wi-Fi, and all the different circuits plug into here, 1 to 16. And on the back side, this will bring in the mains. So everything that is connected to the meter will be monitored here, and all the circuits, whatever ones you choose, will be monitored through here. Now, everything is captured, but if we want to know what exactly it is, then we have to monitor each circuit. Okay, so we've only got 4 or 6 clamps on this thing so far, and so far Billy is, or Jimmy, I don't know what we're calling him, but he's freaking out. He's like, why is that shed? Well, number one, he's using about 6,000 watts continuous, and it keeps cycling from 6,000 to 4,000. So what the heck does that mean? Well, it's like $1 an hour is what it's burning right now, and that's us clamping his mains over here. So we know what his mains are at, and now we're starting to clamp all the big fat circuits on here, and one's like the root cellar. He's got a shed. So far we found 600 watts. No, way more than that on a heating pad that he has out there for plants. So he didn't know how much that took. So we're going to clamp the water heater. We're going to clamp, we got 16 of these things, so we're going to just keep diving in.
So I continued to clamp different circuits inside Billy's panel, and actually the panel beside it as well. The mudroom heater, a water heater, Billy's office heater. Notice there's a trend here, heaters. The root cellar, which is a different panel, I believe. The woodshed, so he had another setup out to an outbuilding to his woodshed, which is right beside the home. Spare office heater that was on a 40 amp breaker. Basement receptacles and mudroom, so that was a combined circuit. One of them had a dehumidifier on it, so I kind of wanted to clamp that. The dryer, which is a 240 dryer. The cook stove in the kitchen, so all the burners and the oven. The main shed, so there was a circuit heading out to a shed, and there was an upstairs sub panel. This is a really small house, but it was interesting how things were laid out. So lots of little sub panels here and there. And then there was a new heat pump that from when I went to meet Billy and Sue, and when I came back to install the energy monitor, they actually had gotten on a program through MB Power that hooked up a free heat pump, and the other thing they were going to do is add insulation in the basement. Now keep in mind, they were running a wood stove all the time in the main area of the house. So far, very eye-opening for this customer. Super educational. I think they're going to love it. And this is just a snippet of what the app looks like on your phone. I have it on my desktop right now, and I'm hoping to give you guys a link so you can log in. But let's learn together and see what the heck we found. So on Monday, I hooked it up like really late. I was there till after midnight. Tuesday, we got a full day of data. So if you look here, I can click on that day, and I can see that, hey, $17.56. Well, then Wednesday cruised around $18. Thursday, $17. Hey, don't want it in dollars? Want to put it in kilowatt hours? Click this button. Watts. Guess what? 133 kilowatt hours. Check your bill versus that. Next day, almost 140. So, since I've hooked this thing up, now we're going to talk dollars because everyone understands dollars. So I'm going to switch us back over to currency. And since we've hooked it up, we've only got 3 full days, $55 of electricity. $55 worth of electricity. And this is not an MB Power meter telling us this. This is the third-party energy monitor. And I can tell you, it probably agrees with the meter. Okay, why? Where's the money going? These people wanted solar. There's no way I can give them solar until I figure out where their money's going. And guess what? It's going to pay for itself way faster. They're going to learn a bunch of stuff, and they're only going to need half the solar system. Okay, so if I click on devices, you can see all the things that I've clamped on here: the mudroom heater, water heater, all the stuff that I mentioned earlier. Now on the left-hand side, it shows me what is taking the power. The total usage is what we talked about, $55. Now I've got it set at the bottom here to week, and so far this week, what has cost the most out of everything that's clamped is the mudroom heater. And I actually, as soon as we clamped that main meter, I learned at the time, now Billy's probably gotten smart to this because he's had this thing hooked up, and we knew right off the bat where his money was going. The mudroom heater was responsible for half of his electricity bill. It's crazy. But we didn't know that, right? So I can click this mudroom heater, and now what it's going to do, it's going to pop up how much it's cost him per day to run that heater. So $4, $5 a day to run that thing. So what we learned is the thermostat was stuck on this heater. And this is just a random customer who didn't know this. The energy monitor allowed him to learn that. So it's still on. Clearly hasn't fixed it yet. They will be watching this video, and they're going to make some changes. So back over to devices. How about the water heater? Now this one's going to get a little creepy because I can drill it down by the hour, and I can see how much or when they had a shower, which is kind of interesting. So this is, let's do the day, for instance. So you can see when the water heater ran and how much or why at each given instant. So they're using a lot of hot water. If I do the week, it's so far in the last 3 days, they've spent almost $9 on hot water. So how do you fix that? Use less hot water. Low flow shower heads. You can get them, and you're not having an uncomfortable shower. Let's go back over to devices. Let's see over the week what our big heavy hitters. We can click live view. Let's do that. Live view at the bottom. So this is going to show exactly what is using what at any given time. So I'm going to click live. Oh, I've got it set to the water heater. So right now the water heater is using $0 per hour. But let me just go back over to the total usage. And this is a live view, and you'll see it moving. There we go. See, it's moving slowly. They're trending 56 cents per hour. You have to make that money to pay your bills. And you can see things that are spiking on and off all the time. You're gonna learn so much with these things. So I'm super happy to be able to install this for these guys, because they're gonna save way more money with this energy monitor than they are with solar. Solar's an awesome thing. It's always defense before offense. Let's find out where your money's going, and then what we'll do is we'll get it down. We'll get your consumption down. We'll do some insulating, different heat source, and then we'll look at getting the solar. So why is that going up and down right now? So let's drill into that. Go back out to their devices, And let's see. This is a live view right now. It looks like the woodshed's the winner right now. It's doing 40% of what is of the power in the house right now. So it's actually only showing 5 cents right now, but I can go back to the minute, by the hour. Let me go back over to devices again. Oh, sorry. The leader is the mudroom heater again. So let's click on that guy. Look at a live view. Now you can see what's going on. It's spiking on and off. Right now it's costing them 25 cents an hour to run that heater. 28 cents now. And then what you'll see is it'll click on and off and on and off. So I'll do it by the minute, by the hour, by the day, and you can see how much it's used. A live view is really cool. So this is what the energy monitor gives you. It's going to be on an app. It's really intuitive on the app. I'm using a computer right now because I don't want to videotape my screen. The basement receptacles, this one's kind of interesting. It looks like it's not running anymore, so they've either made a change, unplugged the dehumidifier. It has cost them 71 cents over the last day, I guess, to run whatever's plugged into the basement receptacles. So if something is not clamped on here, it'll show up as the balance. So you'll see down here in the bottom, 17 cents today. It was other things, so it could be like outlets in a bedroom, it could be lights, it could be stuff like that. So you'll notice I didn't clamp certain things. I didn't clamp lights, I just receptacles enough and whatnot, but it's because that stuff doesn't use a whole lot of power. So someone would say, oh, the cook stove's going to use a ton of power. Let's click on the cook stove and let's see how much it's used since I've been there. So they've used it over 3 days and it cost them 92 bucks. Somebody's been cooking, okay? Let's compare that back here to the mudroom heater. Over the last few days, it's cost them 15 bucks to run a heater. It's heat and hot water. It's going out your window or down the drain. Okay, so let's go back over to devices again. The dryer. Let's see. Have we used the dryer? Yes, we have. $1.20 in the last 4 days. So awesome information. You just leave this thing hooked up. It'll go for a month, a year, and you can reconcile it with your power bill. And you'll be accountable for the power that you're using. Because in most cases, in all cases, 100% of the energy monitors that I've installed have agreed with the smart meters. As much as we don't want them to, that is the case. And the customers are using the power. And I know you don't want to hear that, but it's a lot easier to get on MB Power Rants and just rip somebody, random person, about your power bill. Guess what? It's not going to do anything for you. This type of heater, or this type of heater, or this type of heater, 100% efficient. That's right, it is at 100% efficient at turning electricity into heat. If you leave that on full, plugged into that one little circuit for the entire month, it can cost you over $200. So what did we learn with the East Coast Sun Challenge? We learned that Billy's trending a $558 bill this next month, and it's April. It's not even cold. So based on the data that we have, that's what he's trending at, $558 plus tax plus your service fee. That heater is 2,500 watts and it runs all month without shutting off. It has the capability of using $460 in electricity in 1 month. One baseboard heater. That's no hot water. That's no heater somewhere else. That's no electric car. That's no hot tub. That's no lights. That's no computer charging. That's no fridge and freezer. That's one heater. So, should Billy be surprised when he gets his power bill and it's over $600? No, he shouldn't, because he has the data now and he can see where his money's going. That one heater, this is the exact heater, by the way. That one heater is trending at $155 of his power bill. It was running half of what his power bill was, so either he's turned it down or it's not running as much. But it was, when I was there, it was half of his power bill. The heat pump they have, ironically, hasn't even run yet. So thanks for watching. Where can you get an energy monitor? I'm going to put a link in the description. It's an Amazon link. If you want to install them yourself, you can. I have another video that shows you kind of how to do that. The internet is your friend. If you want to have a professional installation, go over to my website, eastcoastsun.ca. There's an energy monitor link. You can click it. All the details are there. Fill the form out. Someone will get a hold of you, and they'll come to your house and they'll do an install. It'll be an electrician. Solar. Are you interested in solar? After I'm done convincing everyone to get their power down so I can sell them less solar, that's how I make my living. If you're interested in some solar for your business or your home, my website's a great spot. You can go learn a little bit on there. There's an estimate form. If you fill out an estimate, fill out the estimate form, I'll find your place with my software. We'll figure out how much solar you would need versus your power bill. I build the proposal, I send it to you, you have a look at it. If it's something you think you like, I come to your house. And when I'm at your house, I'm not just looking to see how much solar I can get there. I'm peeking around looking for things like, how can we conserve energy before we go and throw a bunch of offense at it? So, and if your solar installer isn't doing this, if you get a company out there that's just ready to throw stuff at, throw solar on a problem, they get a new one. Like, I'm a little disgusted with the competition out there. You really got to pretend that's your house, and then conserve, figure out where the power is going. If you get that down, let's look at some solar. So eastcoastsun.ca, like and share. Thanks for watching.